Sockeye salmon are returning to rivers near Port Alberni in near record numbers this year. The run is more than double what the Department of Fisheries had initially predicted. Not everybody's happy about that, though. A News reporter Brent Shearer shows us why.
That's a nice fish, too. A couple nice ones here today.
The cleaning station at this marina along Port Alberni's waterfront has been bustling with anglers since the Sockeye fishery opened in June.
We caught 4 each, and the limit is 4.
Fishing on the Alberni Inlet has been nothing short of spectacular this year, catching everyone by surprise. Early predictions by Fisheries and Oceans Canada put the run at about 600,000 fish, which would have been a good return compared to just a few years ago when numbers weren't sufficient to allow recreational anglers out onto the water.
You can see in 2010 our current
But just this week, a DFO test fishery pegged the run at 1.1 million sockeye.
We've hit 1 million plus one time in this decade, 2002, 2 or 3 times in the 90s and a few times in the 80s. So it happens occasionally we get over 1 million fish. It's not a record return. The record return was nearly 1.8 million in 1991.
The DFO uses a formula to divide fish between recreational, commercial, and aboriginal fisheries. As forecasts are updated during the salmon run, the allocations change. But First Nations in Port Alberni are now calling the process unfair, arguing in light of the huge sockeye numbers, they should be allowed to catch more fish this year.
If you look at distribution at this larger run size at 1.1 million, the commercial fishermen get 450,000, the sport get about 100,000, and we're at about 75,000.
Tensions between Port Alberni First Nations and the DFO have been running high this summer. In addition to the disagreement over the sockeye allocation formula, the DFO has been warning the public about the dangers of buying fish from roadside sellers. It's a practice they say is illegal, while First Nations say they are within their rights.
Department of Fisheries and Oceans closed their door very quickly and proceeded with a smear campaign on our roadside sales, which we didn't see was a very good way of building good relations with us.
The allocation formula was designed in the mid-90s, and First Nations say it's long overdue for an update. DFO says it has no plans to do that during the sockeye season, but is considering overhauling the formula this fall.
Brent Shearer joins us now in our Mid-Island Bureau. Brent, what are the scientific reasons that they've come up with for the huge return this year?
Hudson, the DFO says in 2008, the waters off the Pacific coast were the coolest they'd been in more than 50 years. Sockeye thrive in cooler temperatures, and so that led to a near-record survival rate for smolts entering the ocean that spring. Now, 2 years later, those fish are back.
All right, back in big numbers. Brent, thank you.
Thank you.